There's not been an American male Grand Slam champion in over 20 years. Wow. Let's take a look at the reasons why I think that is and where the true problems lie. And the hook here, so make sure to stay till the end, is that American tennis is not doing as bad as you might think. It's been 20 years since Andy Roddick won the 2003 US Open, and that was also the last time an American male player had the #1 ranking. And the first and most obvious reason why I think it's been 20 years is pretty simple. The dominance of the big three. We had the three greatest male tennis players of all time playing at the same time in the same era. That's Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and Roger Federer. Plus, that second tier just behind them was really solid as well. You had Stan Wawrinka, Andy Murray, Juan Martín del Potro, guys like that. And over that span of 20 years, a total of 12 different players have won Grand Slams, none being Americans, and a total of 8 different countries have been represented. No USA. Obviously, Spain, Switzerland, and Serbia have a lot of majors. That's Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic. But I was very surprised to not see any majors from Germany, Italy, or France over the last 20 years. But when Roddick won that 2003 US Open, that was an abrupt end to a long period of American dominance. And that end was not just a trickle stop, it came to a dead stop. As you can see here, also in 2003, Agassi won the Australian Open. And Agassi was also the last American to win the French Open in 1999. And you can see Sampras won the 2000 Wimbledon, which was fresh off an 8-year run where he won 7 Wimbledon titles, just complete dominance. And the year before Roddick won the US Open, Pete Sampras won the 2002 US Open, and then he abruptly retired after that. And here's your list of those Americans with the Grand Slam titles of the Open era. Obviously, Pete Sampras had that 14. He was the greatest player of all time for a little bit. And you had Connors and Agassi with 8, McEnroe with 7, Courier was 4. These guys are the reasons why there was an American period of dominance for so long. I think another big reason is that in America, tennis is quite far down the list when compared to other sports, other youth sports. At that top tier, you've got American football, soccer, basketball, and baseball. And then tennis kind of slides in there at number 5 and competes with other things like volleyball and track and swimming. But what I've experienced in my international travels is that football, soccer is the dominant sport. And then often in basketball is number 2 or tennis is 2. Tennis is always at least 3 in the countries I've been to. So there's a lot of youth that gravitate towards tennis and they start playing from a very young age and are able to specialize in it. And somehow the staple of American male tennis became big serving and big forehanding. And there was a brief window where that was kind of effective. We saw the ATP guys adjust pretty quickly to that, starting with, in my opinion, Rafael Nadal. He started returning serve 15 feet behind the baseline, which neutralized those big serves, and then you gotta have the game, full game, to back it up. By the way, we're about to look at why American tennis is actually doing pretty good. But before that, I'm Eric Clegg with Primal Tennis, and I travel the world documenting local tennis communities in different countries. And I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. What do you think the real problem with American tennis is right now? So American tennis is doing pretty good. Okay, prove it, Eric. The most important metric to me on how a country's tennis is doing is how many players are ranked in the top 100 from that country. And right now there are 10 Americans ranked in the top 100. Second, only France, who has 12. And this is a metric that I check quite often. I've checked it a lot over the last 5 years, and quite a few times Americans had the most in the top 100. Australia's right there in 3rd place with 9, Russia's got 8, Spain was 7, and then Italy and Argentina was 6. I think that is a very good sign that American tennis is healthy right now. It's just missing that dominant player to take the next step. And I think Djokovic is going to retire in a couple years. Alcaraz is the real deal. But if no one steps up to that level, I think the majors will spread out over a wider pool of players, just like it does in the women's. And right now there is a resurgence of youth getting into tennis in America. There are more youth getting into tennis than ever before. And I think we're seeing a decline in American football. Parents are reluctant with those long-term injuries of getting their kids into football. America's pastime baseball is on the decline. So I think the future does look bright. I do think there will be an American male Grand Slam champion again pretty soon, probably in the next 5 or 6 years. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. And I hope to see you on the court soon. Ciao.